Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News and your daily wrestling newscast for Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023. Good morning. I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with last night's edition of Monday Night Raw, broadcast live on the USA Network from the Center Videotron in Quebec City, Canada. In the main event, Cody Rhodes and WWE Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defeated Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Finn Balor when Owens pinned Mysterio after a stunner. The match had started out as a four-man tag pitting Zayn and Owens against Balor and Priest, which ended when Owens was disqualified for hitting Balor with Priest's Money in the Bank briefcase. A brawl then ensued with Mysterio getting involved and Rhodes coming out to even the odds, leading to the match being restarted as a six-man tag. The bout was originally made during the opening segment of the show in which Judgment Day tried to attack Sami Zayn during an in-ring promo, but were driven off by a returning Kevin Owens. Intercontinental Champion Gunther suffered his first televised defeat since joining the main roster, retaining his title but losing by countout to Chad Gable. Gable had suplexed Gunther over the ringside barricade and re-entered the ring while Gunther failed to beat the referee's count.
At 6 now. Oh, Gunther into the ring post. Gable sends Gunther into the keeper's area. At 9, Gable beats the count. Gable beat Gunther.
Here is your winner as a result of a countout, Chad Gable!
World Women's Champion Rhea Ripley was also in action with a quick win over Candice LeRae. After the match, Ripley was attacked by Raquel Rodriguez, who announced that she was once again medically cleared to compete and would be getting a shot at Ripley's title at Payback. During a pre-tape promo, Shinsuke Nakamura revealed what he whispered in the ear of World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins last week on Raw, stating that he informed Rollins that he's aware Rollins has been wrestling with a severely injured back for years. In other results, New Day defeated Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle when Kofi Kingston pinned Matt Riddle. Women's Tag Team Champions Piper Niven and Chelsea Green defeated Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. And Akira Tozawa pinned The Miz, helped in part due to a distraction from LA Knight, who was on commentary.
Good for you. You know what? He is an inspiration, though. Let's be honest. He's proven that even though he's awful and boring, having no talent, you can still make a great bit of coin in this business. Nothing. The Miz obviously obsessed with you. Tozawa turns it around. Boom, got the win! Oh my goodness! Oh, he did it. The Miz, look at him. Being a trendsetter, game changer. Tozawa just knocked off the Miz. Unquote. You did it, man. That's all you. Yeah.
The win marked Tozawa's first victory in a one-on-one match on Monday Night Raw since beating Neville for the Cruiserweight title 6 years ago. In more WWE news, John Cena will be making some upcoming appearances for the company, according to an official announcement. The 16-time former world champion is set to make 2 appearances in September. First, the September 1st SmackDown show from the Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania, which is the go-home show for WWE Payback, and then the WWE Superstar Spectacles show in Hyderabad, India on September 8th. The Hyderabad show is not set to be televised in the United States. It was not announced whether or not Cena would be wrestling for either of those appearances. He hasn't stepped into the ring since his loss to Austin Theory last April at WrestleMania 39. In ratings news, SmackDown on Fox drew a total audience of 2.094 million viewers last week, according to WrestleNomics, nearly identical from the previous week's total of 2.097 million. For the second week in a row, the rating in the key 18 to 49-year-old demographic was 0.55, representing 723,000 viewers on average. That number is up 3,000 viewers from last week. The second week of preseason National Football League games preempted the show in several markets. Last Friday's episode of AEW Rampage drew a total audience of 416,000 to TNT, according to WrestleNomics. That total is up 4.3% from the previous week's audience of 398,000. The rating in the key 18 to 49-year-old demographic was 0.13, equating to 169,000 viewers, down from last week's 0.15 rating and down 30,000 viewers on average. Viewership outside the 18 to 49-year-old demographic was up over 24%. In streaming news, Netflix is set to release a new wrestling documentary series next month, according to an official statement put out yesterday. The series, entitled Wrestlers, will focus on Ohio Valley Wrestling and is scheduled to premiere on September 13th. Taking a behind-the-scenes look at the promotion, which was once a developmental feeder for WWE and the proving ground for future stars like John Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, and Randy Orton, the series will chronicle the efforts of OVW owner Al Snow to keep the now-struggling promotion in business. And we close with a note from Japan. The conclusion of All Japan Pro Wrestling's Royal Road Tournament first round was held on Monday at the Shinkiba First Ring in Tokyo. Results saw Hayato Tamura pin Jun Saito, Suwama defeat Fuminori Abe, Kento Miyahara top Atsugi Aoyagi, and Ryuki Honda beat Yuma Aoyagi. Round 2 of the tournament takes place today with another show inside Shinkiba, and the matchups look like this: Hayato Tamura against Suwama, Takuya Nomura takes on Satoshi Kojima, Dan Tamura faces Shuji Ishikawa, and Kento Miyahara wrestles Ryuki Honda. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.